chaos feels safer than calm and how to heal that. Oh, that's what we'll be talking about today. We welcome you to today's podcast. And we are going to be addressing the issue of chaos. Yeah, and we invite you to let yourself explore this. Welcome what it's all about here for you because the more you can admit it, the more you can welcome it in, recognize it, then you can begin to transmute it, alchemize it, change it. And activate within yourself a new remembrance of who you really are. Help yourself vibrate and elevate back to your peace, back to the calm, back to all is well. All is very well. And that's what we're going to invite you with today too. Yay! And at the end of the talk, we'll be talking about a course that you can take that can greatly help you with this, with these activations and with changes within you. So just know there is assistance for you, which is wonderful. Absolutely. Because would you love to have yourself be able to really feel calm, to actually be in a way that you're flowing in life, that everything is going so well, that you feel so good that you're like, yes, this is nice, and just wow, everything is really well, and then your whole body feels it, you're resonating in that. And good things coming your way, good experiences, fun, loving, joyful, peaceful, harmonious experiences. This is what you get to have. Yes, you do. And because you are an earthling, yes, you are, and I am too, we do have challenges in our life. We will have some hiccups, some glitches, some, wow, what the heck is going on here, right? Those pieces. Yes, we will. I have it too. I am right alongside you. That's for sure. And the gift, all of that is here for us because we did sign up to experience the contrast of who we really are, because actually who you really are is pure love and light. Yes, you are. You are divine source consciousness as an aspect of you here, experiencing as a human. And then with that, we forgot who we were. We agreed to have the veil or forget or to say, yes, we don't remember who we are. And then we get imprinted with our parents' belief, our ancestral belief, our culture, societies, programs, and constructs. And then the gift comes in, is in our life, is to begin to wake up to it. And that's one thing you get to do. And actually, chaos is actually a shadow side of us or a disconnected side of us. If you want to know what chaos is, a disconnected side of us that creates the triggering of fears, the triggering of, oh no, what's going to happen? Oh no, oh, and gets our nervous system ranked up into the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response, especially the fight, flight response. And then it will help us take action or go keep ourselves safe. So in essence, the chaos is a way that appears that it is helping us feel safe or feel protected in some way. And that's just at a survival level. It's a survival level of consciousness where we have embodied that way of being. And we are living in a time where we're here to transform that. We are here to change it. Yes, we are. And if you're listening to this talk, that means you're open to it, which is wonderful. Yes. Whew, and it can be scary actually to explore it. That's for sure. And that's okay, because it actually can be an excited scariness, meaning excited like, oh, what can we create? What can we change from this? How can I grow from this? So the biggest leap you get to do is use any kind of chaos that you may still be having in your life or feeling in your body or that holding on to from your past, and you get to transmute that into your innovation. So it's meant to be a targeting for you to come up with creative new ways of solutions. Yes, it is. Opening up your creativity window and begin to make new changes so that you can feel calm, so that you can feel and know and remember all is well. And at the bottom of that all as well is that then anchoring in deep within inside you that, yes, I am safe, I am secure, I am loved, I'm wanted. These are the bare minimum stuff, and that I am worthy. These are pieces that each one of us are here to rectify, because most of us got some of those jarred where we don't really feel safe or secure, or we don't really feel totally loved. We feel a separation of that or disconnection from that. And that's the human experience. And people may call it your ego. You can call it your human experience. It's just the human part of you. You are divine. And the gift comes in is for you to wake up and remember that, and then want to have a want, knowing you can, and be willing to reconnect back into your true essence of who you are, your divinity, your spirit part of you. Yes, yes, yes. And there are lots of ways to help assist you with that. That's for sure. You'll find your right way. And what I love to call it, or we love to call it, is your sacred way. Access your sacred way within you. It's your reconnection with your divine part of you. And let that part of you start guiding you, which then will open you up to the calm instead of the chaos. And at the highest level, and we'll be talking more about this on another podcast, is activating your innocence within you. You get to actually become innocent. You get to be as pure as like a little childlikeness, like Yeshua or Jesus talked about, be childlike. And that's bringing you to your highest level of innocence, trusting and knowing you are innocent, you are pure at the highest level. And yet we have these pieces of identity that we think are true about us. And those are the pieces that you get to identify and transmute and release and let go of, and then open up to your innocence. Yeah. So in order to do that, it's important to receive the gift of chaos. And the gift of chaos is innovation. So these two connections are huge. And in order to be able to really flow in your innovation, it is really huge to really tap into that chaos, tap into that part where you are still feeling chaotic. And that's what we're going to invite you here to. Yay! So if calm feels uncomfortable for you, these are questions you're going to be having you ask yourself. Does it feel uncomfortable if you're actually calm? Do you ever get to be able to be calm? That's a really good question. Are you just going all the time? I used to be like that, and I definitely will tell my story. But do you ever feel uncomfortable when it's calm? Can you almost be like, okay, it's way too quiet here. What's going on? Nothing's happening, or it's just calm. For some, it can actually activate a trigger because they may have a fear that what's the next shoe that's going to drop, or I have a fear that something's about ready to swing in if it does get calm. So we will use tactics like distraction or just staying stuck in the chaos so that at least it's familiar land. Because what happens is that our nervous system gets comfortable with what's familiar. Our human part of us does. And it likes the familiar, even if it is scary or in fear or chaotic. It is familiar. So because it's familiar, it believes or thinks it's safe. And that's the part you're going to be able to help switch within yourself. It was just a survival construct. You get to elevate yourself, rise higher in your vibration and in your remembrance, and connecting. The key is connecting. Connect back to your heart. Connect back into your body and connect back into your knowingness again. And when you get to do this, that will help assist you. And that's what we're going to be, help assisting you with, so that you can in time become very welcoming to the calm, and let this be your new way of being, where calm is your natural way. Calm becomes familiar for you. And you just imagine that. Can you imagine what your life would be like if you lived in calm? And for some, they might be like, yeah, it could be boring, or then nothing's happening, or then I don't feel like I'm useful. So that could be another piece. You might have a construct thinking that I'm useful when it's chaotic, because then I get to be the rescuer, or I get to go help other people or save, or I get to go show and prove my worthiness. And those are other pieces that we're going to be working within ourselves to be able to let go of. And remember again that you are worthy just by simply being you, your own light, your own energy, your own breath. Just simply being you, you are so worthy, and you are divine, and you're made perfectly. So you don't need chaos to actually help you show yourself that you are important here. You are already important here. And what a gift that is. And we welcome you to remember that. Yes, we do. And it is vital. That's why at the end of the talk, we'll talk about the course, because when you can come learn the tools that teaches in Find Your Sacred Way, you'll be able to activate this so that it becomes more of your regular way of being, which is really awesome. Yes, it is. All right. So I'll share my story. I definitely lived in chaos. I was raised in chaos. I was raised with number 11 out of 12 kids. It was chaotic in my family because there's always something going on with somebody somewhere doing something. And some of my older siblings did some pretty nutty stuff, by the way. And so there was just all kinds of interactions and all kinds of energies and all kinds of stuff going on. And I was born during the Civil Rights Crisis in 1968 in Washington, D.C. in America, where they were burning down streets and burning down houses. The African Americans were standing up for themselves, but it was pretty violent at the time. And so my human body construct got inundated with fear. So I was, as a little baby, vibrating in fear just because that was what the environment was. Since the epigenetics, I was imprinted with that. And I chose to do this before I came down here. If you can remember, we actually choose these challenges so that I can rectify any of those fears, any of that chaotic way of living. Because the fears and chaos kind of go hand in hand. Because there's fear, and then we interpret it as chaos. And the gift is you can switch your interpretation. You don't have to interpret it as chaos anymore now. You can say, all right, fear, you're here, but your false evidence appearing real. And I choose to connect back to my heart, back to my love, back to my connection with my divinity, and even Mother Gaia. Breathe. allow your body to calm down, reminding yourself, I am safe, I am secure, I am loved, I am abundant, I am held, I am always receiving all the help and support I need. You get to do this too. And these will be things you can do to help yourself feel more calm and not so chaotic. So for me, about 15 years ago is when I started having my spiritual awakening, and I was receiving beautiful spiritual tools. So we recommend you get some spiritual tools that help you, tools that help you connect and help you clear out those old programs and activate who you really are within you. It's one of the biggest gifts you can give yourself. Yes, and find your sacred way is a huge one. At the time, I had used PSYCH-K. PSYCH-K is also beautiful, a beautiful, helpful step. And breath work is wonderful. Sound bowl healing, qigong, tai chi, and even plant medicines like ayahuasca or mushrooms, if you can do it in a very sacred, spiritual way. Find what works for you, because these are here for us. This is here for you. And literally what you'll be doing is you'll be removing it out of your body, those chaotic energies. It's just energy. Everything is just energy. And if, whether it's expanded energy like love and peace and joy, or it's contracted, the chaos can be contracted, which then triggers fear or worry or guilt or shame or even anger. The chaos just means it's out of order. And so bring yourself back into order again. Bring your back to your connection. Your connection and your alignment is where you bring the order back, so that your nervous system and your hormonal system in your body can then help assist you in more of the parasympathetic instead of the sympathetic, because the sympathetic is going to trigger if it thinks there's a threat, and it'll think it'll be chaos is a warning sign. If there's chaos, you get to trigger it into your innovation, rise it up into your love of, ooh, what creative idea can I do to bring in the order within me? So whatever's happening outside of you in your life that's chaotic is just being a mirror for maybe a chaotic piece within yourself. So with Find Your Sacred Way, it helps you easily go within yourself, access those parts. You may have to go into your childhood parts of you. It's great to work with a guide, a spiritual, a sacred guide that can help you. I am a sacred guide. So you can do one-on-one sessions with me if you'd like to, because having that, being held in this unconditional love space, this sacred space, you'll feel safe enough to go access those really tender parts, those vulnerable parts within you. A lot of us actually stay in the chaos just because we're afraid of intimacy, that's for sure, and afraid of vulnerability. And it's just, we got imprinted that it's too scary to do that. And then the gift comes in as you do to step into your courage and your willingness. Say, no, I am strong enough. I am whole enough. I can actually be vulnerable. It's okay to actually open your heart, go back to your heart, so you can feel again. Whew, and there'll be times you'll cry and yell and scream and let out that energy. And then with Find Your Sacred Way, we literally help you remove it out of your body and then activate your new way. Because your new way is what you get to choose it to be. Like, hey, it's safe for me to be calm. It's good for me to be calm. Calm is my natural way. Peace is my natural way. Begin to create a whole new you within you. You get to do this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And these are all this offerings for you to explore, and then give yourself some reflection time where you can actually ask yourself, am I ready? Am I ready to actually let go of the chaos? It's a big question you can ask yourself. If you can really say yes to that, then you are ready and you can do it. With Find Your Sacred Way, yes, you do. You have beautiful tools to help you. Or you may just go out in nature. Go out in nature. It's the first easiest thing you can do. Go out in nature and just breathe and just listen and actually let Mother Nature hold you. You can lie down on the ground, maybe find some moss. That's wonderful. You can hug a tree. I love doing all this stuff. Put a hammock up and just float with nature. Nature is one of our biggest healers here. She's our mother here. Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, Mother Earth is the symbolism of have a motherly energy that is here always for us. Mother Nature's here for you in abundance. You can always have more than enough, always enough to eat and enough to go find shelter or enough to be cared for. And when you can embody this within all parts of you, every cell of your body and in your heart, that's where the calm will come in. That's where the chaos doesn't have any more room anymore. And what a huge gift you can give yourself with doing this. So what are the hidden costs of chaos? How does it harm us or help affect us? Well, especially emotionally, it can create exhaustion. So if you're exhausted, if you're anxious, if you're doubtful, you're just worried about a lot of stuff, that's just a signal. It's a signal that the chaos might be appearing in your life, that there may be things that may be a bit chaotic or out of order. And from a spiritual perspective, you actually may at a moment be disconnecting from your spirit or from your higher self or from divinity. And that's the key, is to connect back spiritually. Physically, you may feel a lot of tension. You may be all tensed up, stressed, you're drained, you don't have any energy, no vitality. These are just signals. They're just signals. And it's a huge wake-up call. So if you have that, ding, 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 okay, it means it's time for you to explore how you can become more calm. How can you become more relaxed? What is it within you that has to be removed and released and let go, and that you can open up your heart, connect back to your heart again, and remember who you are. That's the biggest piece, connecting back in. Trusting's a big one. Knowing that yes, and knowing that you really can make the changes. These are huge pieces for you to be able to overcome these obstacles of knowing, yes, I can, I'm willing to, and I want to. Those are like 3 huge ones that, especially Find Your Sacred Way, we help people move right through. And this can affect you relationally, where you might be afraid of intimacy or supports, or hard time receiving supports, or even love, or even giving it. And what a gift when you get to reconstruct yourself by shifting your energy, by releasing things, letting things go, expanding yourself. That's what you are doing when you shift from chaos into innovation, into innocence, which is actually the calm. It's that calm. It's that, yes, I get to create new ways. I get to become in new ways. Innovation's all about becoming in new ways. You get to create yourself in a whole new way. And in time, you will thank the chaos. Because actually, when we have the contrast, it actually does instigate us into new ways that we wouldn't have done before. So it's kind of, yes, it is. It's waking us up. And that's absolutely amazing. And yes, you get to do this for yourself. So you're able to gently reframe. You can even close your eyes and even just remind yourself, chaos may have protected me once, but it's not where my soul is meant to live. No. So you can thank it for protecting you, for what it had to do in survival land, because we had to, and it was there for us in survival land, but we're leaping out of survival land. Yes, you are leaping into your personal power, into remembering who you are, into actually feeling the love of who you are, expressing that love, interconnecting into all parts of you, including your divine higher self parts of you, and reconnecting back with oneness. This is our journey of ascension, a journey of expansion, and we welcome you to it. So wherever you are in this journeying of consciousness, you get to assist yourself greatly. Find Your Sacred Way helps you greatly with that, by the way. Yes, it does. Whew. Okay, so what's the truth about calm? Well, one, calm isn't boring. No, not at all. It's actually grounding. It's actually where your true love is. And it can bring you inspiration, innovation, and your creativity gets to expand and flourish. That's the truth about calm. Just imagine. You get to use your gift of imagination. So we want you to close your eyes, connect into your heart center, and allow just to imagine what it would be like to fully be calm. And just breathing in, holding gently, fully releasing. Invite calm in. Welcome it as your new natural state. Connect with your higher self. Let this part of you guide you. Ask your higher self, your spirit, what am I here to learn from this chaos? What is it here for me for? Oh, yeah. So you can return back to your heart, back to your love, back to your calm, back to the full essence of being, and enjoy being. So what happens, or how can you help yourself to heal when calm doesn't feel safe? Because there may be times where calm doesn't feel really safe right now, because your fight-flight triggers are happening. And when those fight-flight triggers happen, then the kicking in piece, which then creates chaos, may start kicking in. So if you get that kicking in of, oh, there's a danger, pause, breathe. You can close your eyes, connect to your heart, connect to your knowingness. What is this here for me for? Connect back to what you can do that's good for you and good for others. It's a huge piece. So the first one is that awareness, being aware that you are noticing the chaos or noticing the anxiety, the stress, the overwhelm. Those are just all signals. They're all signals for you to return back home to your heart, back to your centeredness, back to just beingness, and let yourself pause as long as you can, as long as there isn't like a true threat that you do actually have to run or go fight. But if it's a lot of it's just made up in the mind, or a lot of it's just all these old things coming up. I know it's happening for me too, that a lot of old stuff is coming up to clear. A lot of things connected with ancestry is coming up to clear. I actually cleared a bunch today within myself about injustice. or things that I felt victimized by, or the things that were done wrong to me, that kind of stuff. I removed it out of my body using Find Your Sacred Way. And Mother Gaia's recycling it. Archangel Michael's taking it off this universe, out of this universe planet. Yay! And I reconnected back to my love, my golden light love again, which is everything. It's everything. You can do this too. So create some safety practices for yourself, connecting to your heart, connected to your breath, grounding, being in nature. And you get to invite yourself to reparent yourself. You get to be your own parent. Now that you're an adult, you can actually be your own parent and be the true loving parent maybe you didn't have growing up. Or maybe you didn't have that ability where they were able to have the calm and just everything is well at home. Maybe they were stressed out and they were only in survival land. Most of us were living and were raised in that way. So you get to reparent yourself. Hey, yes, you sure do. And you get to speak these new words in, connecting in within you, closing your eyes, connecting in and activating this within you. It is safe for me to be calm. I am safe in love and in this peace, in this stillness, in this beingness. Invite God source, divine source presence in these moments. Allow yourself time for stillness of just being. Quieting the mind with your breath, being in nature, just being, maybe listening to the birds singing. The birds are singing right now while we're talking. Let the joy of that just from the angelic realm come into you. This is how you help yourself heal. Healing just means you are shifting and changing and releasing and activating your true essence of who you are. We all are meant to be healing now. Healing is a beautiful piece of a return to your heart and of your love. You can close your eyes and connect in and say, calm is my home now. Love is my truth. This is my new sacred way. So good. Okay. Even though chaos may seem familiar, or you may be what your life is, and you may want to check in if you're getting pulled into other people's chaos, because that's a huge distraction. A lot of us will do that so we don't have to deal with our own stuff within our own selves. And I certainly did that really well. I was very good at it, by the way. And now I catch myself if I start doing that. Now I can stay whole in my calm, even if someone is in chaos, and that's your compassion for somebody. You can still be calm and be in your wholeness and your connection with divinity. And if other people's chaotic stuff is going on, and then just in your love, just holding of that space for them. And then less and less, you'll have less chaotic people in your life. They might kind of have to fall off or go away, and that does happen. And then you'll have people coming into your life that are more whole and like the calm, more of the calm. And then you'll be like, wow, now we got a whole group of us that enjoy calm. What a gift that is. And you can always send love and peace and joy to anyone who's still in the chaotic world. That's the old world. That's a 3D world. We're entering into the fifth dimension world, fifth degree, 5D. The unity consciousness way of living, and we welcome you to that. And in the unity consciousness is the world of calm, the world of peace, the world of flow, the world all is well, all is great. Let's create here. Let's have this be a playground. No more battlefield. No, not at all. Playground time. Playing, growing, creating. This is how we're meant to live. And yes, we have to be real, because there are real stuff that happen, even with me too. I'm going through some interesting stuff too right now. And letting myself be real, and yet I'm allowing myself to be in that peace in this nutty circumstances that I'm experiencing, because I get to choose how I'm vibrating and how I'm feeling about it. And I trust it works out. Trust I find the best solution. I trust I magnetize the best to me. You can do this too. Absolutely. I mean, we give you a blessing here. May your nervous system soften, relax, and reactivate in your whole new way, your whole new sacred way. May your heart rest in peace and calm. And may you remember that love is always your safest home. You are love. Return back to your love and your love connection with divinity, with Mother Gaia, with all the love that's here around us. Check my website. You can check the links below for Find Your Sacred Way. I will be offering an in-person Find Your Sacred Way course December 5th to the 7th. And that's in Louisville, Kentucky. And then by the early November, I plan to launch a self-paced course. So you can actually purchase it on your own, utilize it at your own pace, and let yourself have all of these giftings. These have been given to us from our spirit team, and they're meant to be for you to use. Absolutely. Definitely for these times, so that you can live more in your innovation and your innocence, and release and let go of that chaos, and use that energy of chaos to transform it into your higher parts of you, your innocence, your innovation, your pure love, because you can. And we so welcome you to it. You have a magnificent day. Oh.